So the tunnel, which we've learned is a tunnel, because WashDOT's spending $4.4 million to explain it's a tunnel. The plan is once the tunnel is the tunnel and people can drive through it, there's going to be people who don't want to pay the toll. Because as Candy's been pointing out all week, it starts free. The first taste is free. Right. The first inhale, the first snort of the tunnel tastes so good. Then the costs come.
Not quite the way I put it.
And it's a way to put it.
But this is why the billboards are up, and this is why the city is saying the Highway 99 tunnel will go through downtown. There will not be exits. It's free, by the way. It's free because come summer, it won't be free, by the way. It won't be free. And so this is the same situation that we saw over on the east side of 405 when the express toll lanes open. And this is what is called diversion. When you are on a toll lane road and you go, nope, in principle alone, I'm going on the side streets. And you just kind of go off and you find new routes. Well, what they found today in Virginia is there is a proposal right now, and it is kind of shocking. They want to allow people with the ticket cameras to follow these diversion routes with their new toll road and say, no, I'm getting the money some way because the tickets are going to be based on a motorist's choice of route to avoid the toll lanes.
So a mistake on top of a mistake does not maybe negate the first mistake. I don't know. The expansion, I'm not a big fan of. If we are going to enforce laws, we ought to enforce laws. And I'm not a big fan of traffic cams to begin with. This idea, though, is nuts. What everyone does in this environment is they make the side streets. They add a lot of detours. They add a lot of curbing. They do a lot of roundabouts, everything to make it more. So when that time saving, is not a time saving anymore. That's the standard way to do it. And it works pretty well in most places. The notion of adding traffic cameras all over neighborhoods and on side streets, in addition to your inability to be able to track that stuff. So if you're driving through the neighborhood or if you're visiting someone in the neighborhood, you could potentially get a ticket. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
But then we've been talking about this forever. Michael Bryant's saying, he called them, it wasn't tunnel deniers, tunnel avoiders.
Avoiders. Okay.
We've got to find a way to tax the tunnel avoiders. So wait, you pay the tax whether you go through the tunnel or not? You pay the fine whether or not you commit the act?
That's exactly. And so what they did point out, if you live along the toll route, we got your back. You can pay a reasonable fee for an unlimited annual pass, allowing toll-free driving. No, that's not. No, I just paid. That is the toll. I pay for that. So it's similar to an extended parking permit if you happen to live in a particular zone neighborhood, stuff like that.
So out of the kindness of their heart, they're going to let you drive to your house without being told, without calling you a toll denier. Do we all understand that when you turn your car in the morning, this is fascinating to me because this shouldn't be political. This should cross all political bounds. We bought the roads. We paid for them. They're ours. I compare this to ransomware. You know what ransomware is in technology. Someone installs bad code on your device, and then they say, if you pay us, we'll take the bad code off your device, or we'll unlock your device, or we'll give you your data back. Here's roads we've built with our tax money across these old low-bidding years. Now the new notion is everything should be tolled. It starts with 405. Now it's the tunnel avoiders. Everything should be tolled. So you turn your car in the morning, you have no idea what the drive to work is going to cost. And some of the goal is, hey, let's insert enough pain, economic pain, until what you do is you drive to a light rail station and you park there. This doesn't smack of politics. It smacks of right and wrong.
I think you're making the wrong economic model comparison. I mean, if you want to compare roads, I think it more on the cell phone model, right? I mean, you pay for something and then you pay for the service. And that's actually the way they work because you can't just pay for a road and call it good. You have to pay for the maintenance on the road, the expansion of the road, the constant repairs on a road.
I thought Domino's had that covered.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the first problem. The second problem is that if you are a believer, broadly speaking, let's just talk about economic theory, that either rebates or lower taxes change behavior or higher taxes change behavior, this is the tool that they're using on toll roads. If we make it more expensive to drive somewhere, maybe you'll drive less. Now, some people don't have that benefit, and I agree. I mean, everyone who says that tolls or gasoline fees are regressive, technically, that's absolutely true. I agree. However, we do know that when you added prices to expense to cigarettes, for example, what did we have? What did we get? The amount of smokers started dropping precipitously the more expensive cigarettes got.
Except and the soda tax worked differently. They brought in more money than they thought they would. And maybe, Mike, maybe Candy, this is why it's political. Maybe this is why it is. Maybe this is a life view thing. I simply cannot get around to believing it's the government's job to change our behaviors. I can't get around to that when it's something as elemental.
Well, then why would we have jails?
No, that's to punish behavior. That is to then
it's to change it.
It's also to isolate.
It effectively changes.
It's also to isolate people who are trying to harm us. I don't think it's the job of government to change our daily behaviors, but I guess a lot of people in this area do believe that's the case.
And we're going to see how Virginia, what they ended up doing today, but they do say that the Truckers Association of America plans to sue if this passes in Virginia because they say it's unconstitutional. It favors non-commercial cars versus them trying to make money for commercial institutions, businesses.